we will start fireside chat. That will start with Sunder Madakshira, CMO Sinch, and Anandh Kumar, Head of Marketing, Creditmantri. So I would like to invite Mr. Sunder Madakshira.
Yeah. Good morning to all of you. Special welcome to each one of you for this conference. I'm really privileged to have Anandh Kumar, who is the CMO of Creditmantri, with us, and we'll be talking about a few of his own experiences using and building a strong CX for Creditmantri. Right? He's got a very illustrious and very interesting profile. He's worked with everybody from Corbett National Park. Yeah, you heard it right. Corbett National Park, and all the way up to IPAC, many other organizations, and now with Creditmantri. We had a very interesting discussion, and hopefully, this chat should bring out the richness of the experience that he brings to the table. So, as I sort of look back and look at your own journey, what is the kind of vision that is there for the Creditmantri business, and how do you see the importance of customer engagement in that?
Yeah. Before I think we get into the topics, I would like to thank Sunder and the team for providing this opportunity to interact with the industry leaders, and also for Sinch to provide me the right tools and messaging platforms to interact with my customers ongoing. Thanks everyone. And to talk about vision about Creditmantri and how do we see customer engagement of Creditmantri, I think Creditmantri has a very simple vision to bring to build brand awareness about credit in the country, and to deliver how users take credit in the country. So we have many tools which simplify the credit access for them, and they leverage these tools to understand and take credit products which suit them. That's really the simple idea of Creditmantri. And I think customer engagement is very important to achieve this goal. Just think customer engagement as you messaging your college crush, right? so if you send too many messages, they probably will block you, and if you don't send messages, they probably will ignore you. So you should probably send meaningful contextual messages so that they engage or fall in love with you. Probably, yes. And by the way, I'm married to my college time crush.
So you did something right from a messaging point of view, so that you didn't get blocked, and you actually delivered it. So that's great to hear, Anand.
Yeah.
Just moving on from that, from a strategy perspective, right? What are maybe say 3 or 5 broad strategies that you've used at Creditmantri to engage with your customers? And I think the answer which you give now will be very different from the answer you probably will give 6 months down the line, because as we were discussing, this is a very dynamic space. So in such a dynamic space which is getting shaped up by AI on one side, you've got security concerns at the other side, which is again translating into tech choices which are being guided a lot by the statutes that the RBI and telecom companies which keep giving us. So in that context, what are 3 or 5 top strategies that you have deployed at Creditmantri to engage with your customers?
I think we are one of the few brands which understand customer and data very well. So if you look into Creditmantri from previous years of experience and now at the website, not only the marketing touch point, even the product journey at website is different and personalized for every user. There is no point in selling a product which the customer comes all the way, spend resources bringing in the customer and telling he's not eligible or the product is sold out, right?
Right.
So we understand what the customer really wants from a product, and try to communicate them from a marketing perspective, and even from a product perspective. The journeys are different at our website. So every customer, we show them or display the products which he would like to opt for or which he would be eligible for. let's say in case of loans and credit cards, because we are working very closely with banks and NBFCs. So we don't show product if the customer we feel is not eligible for the product.
Right.
And that's really the big change that we have done about in the recent times.
Right. So, you talked about little bit about the data part of it, right? So, this data that is there, do you see that the data that you have and its significance has changed pre-COVID, COVID, post-COVID, and now post-COVID?
Yes, definitely yes. After COVID has come, we brands really choose to communicate differently. The attention span of people have become very short. They have a memory of a goldfish, so they scroll. They don't consume large sort of content. We also try and see what is the customer want and try to communicate that within 2 seconds or 3 seconds. That's largely the thinking behind our strategy in the recent times.
Right, right. So, in your engagement mix, obviously you use different platforms. And I'll come to the non messaging ones after this. But from a messaging perspective, how do you sort of use SMS and email, which are more traditional ways of connecting, and emerging, or I can't say emerging, but newer channels such as WhatsApp, and definitely an emerging channel like RCS?
Yeah, see, every channel, be it RCS, SMS, email, has different features or different uh, complexion. SMS is very short and crisp. Email can be descriptive. Voice can be used to build trust for the customers, whereas WhatsApp is engaging.
Right.
So we sort of understand what do we try to communicate to which customer and what is his need. Say, for example, if it is a collection business in our use case, so if I just send a message asking him to pay, probably he will not pay. But if I add a voice message before I send a message that this is why you will have to pay, this is what will impact if you don't pay, it probably adds a layer of trust for customer to trust about Creditmantri and subsequent journeys with us. So we sort of use different channels, but really put ourselves in customer point of view and what do we intend to communicate, and will the channel really serve the purpose, and decide the channel accordingly, so that the overall customer objective is also met at a better ROI.
Right. So, if I may, before I come to the non-messaging one, do you see the any evolution that you have seen in the messaging platform itself? As in, are you using it differently, more effectively, or how would you categorize that?
I think over the a period of time, SMS click rates obviously have dropped, and customers or users prefer more engaging channels more rather than mass communication. If I send too many messages to people, which doesn't serve a purpose, they are ignoring us completely. So we'll have to figure out what is really the customer wanting to get from a product or service, and communicate that effectively through different channels. It is no more about mass marketing. It is about what customer wants and responding to them effectively through different channels that we have.
Right. So, next question, as I said, was about non-messaging channels. How do you do that? How do you look at other channels, like, for example, your website, your PTL activities, your advertising, and combination of social media? How are you doing that? What's the strategy for that?
See, the, the, the real marketing is about you sort of bring customers, and they don't feel like you're marketing. You are trying to solve the problem. That is when product or marketing feels like a win. So it is no more about mass communication and sending out multiple messages. So customers come to our platform for different objectives. We'll have to identify they what do they want from us and communicate. For example, if a customer is coming to our website and dropping off without a purchase, can I nudge them with notification and so on? Uh, and how differently can I nudge them based on user behavior? It could be with traditional channels like SMS, email, or it could be with new channels like notifications on the website, personalizing layouts with the different website thematic, saying that you last time when you visit our website, this is where you dropped off and didn't continue.
Right.
Probably it keeps the customer more engaging and likely to convert better for a sales channel.
Right, right. So, if you were to recount in the last maybe 1 year, 3 or 5 good success stories that you have seen on customer engagement and would like to share that with the audience, what would that be?
There, even though we try to understand the customer and what do they want, there are still times when we really don't know what the customer is looking for, given the boutique of products that we have. And we had effectively used WhatsApp chatbots to understand what is the customer interest, give them a number of options, keep the conversation more engaging, don't feel like marketing a product, just try to probe what is the customer interest, and then give them options what is useful for them. So it all happens through a journey instead of multiple different split conversation that you traditionally do. And the conversation doesn't feel like marketing.
Right.
You are suggesting them the product which they really want, and it happens in a very simple conversation. So when we effectively used WhatsApp bot, our conversions had improved almost by 2.5 times.
Right, wonderful. So, I think I can't help but recollect what happened last year in the same conference that we were all together. We hardly heard anything about AI, or it was like the distant star on the horizon, and one day we too shall see what AI is. But today I'm not so surprised because this has grown much faster than what I think anybody expected. So, what have been your own thoughts, and how are you planning to integrate AI into your plans?
Yeah, we have, in wherever ways possible, we have implemented AI. So that has helped us move from mass marketing to, having a conversation-driven engagement to our customers. I think nowadays AI understands our customers better than their spouse in daily life. Our models predict, uh, almost all sensitive information or confidential information like women's age, salary of men, and so many other things. Just kidding. So many other things like which customer is engaging in what channel, what time does he open the message frequently, and so many other different models that we have built across to understand the customer better, so that we can recommend him the right product for him during the purchase behavior. Not only from a marketing standpoint, also from a profiling, segmentation standpoint as well.
Right. So, you see if you were to look at your roadmap going forward, how do you see that? How do you see the evolution of the way you are engaging with the customer changing? Well, you talked about AI making it very specific. You talked about sending very personalized communication. You also talked about using a mix of channels to do this. But what else would you like to add into your weaponry, if I may say, in your marketing efforts next?
Uh, I think it is no more mass marketing, as I already told you. It is more of a constant engagement and also a contextual engagement. It is both engaging and you message with the right product or marketing thematic. So what we are trying to build and we are working on it is at every touch point with respect to a brand, whether it is through mass communication, sales support, their interaction with the journey, we try and see if we can solve the problem or fulfill the needs of the customer, whether it is a product or service. Instead of throwing them with multiple messages, trying to figure out what we are going to recommend them, we do the back end work on what does he really want, basis historical data and basis customer sentiment, and then recommend products throughout the journey at every touch point, not
Right.
only at one particular sales channel that we are trying to build and continuously working on it.
Right. So, one thing, Anand, I just take this opportunity to also talk to the audience about what we at Sinch have been doing. We saw many of these challenges coming in terms of how do you use multiple channels, all of them effectively? Is there one way you can solve all your problems, get everything on one platform? So this is something that we've constantly seen as a need almost a year back, and since then we've been building this product called Sinch Hub, which actually talks a lot about what you're doing in an automated way. And I'm given to understand that you are exploring partnering with us on that. So anybody in the audience who's interested in knowing more about how do you get everything onto one platform, I think we're available right outside for a discussion. But one thing I must say that uh, from my perspective, I've been in marketing for about 30 years. And one of the dreams that I think every marketer, everybody is in who has got anything to do with customer experience will have is the fact that he wants to sell to a target audience of one. That means if you are able to talk and make it as personalized as possible, that is any marketer's dream. Now, somewhere in my career, I thought this is not going to happen in my lifetime. I think today I'm seeing that distinct possibility that no matter how much of a mass base your customer is, I think if you put the right effort and use the right technology that's possible, I think we will come very close to 1:1, if not exactly 1:1. So on that very positive note, thank you for being with us and participating in this event. My only request to the organizers, they're recording this. You just said about AI being better at understanding our partners. Today is Friday. We all have to go back home, have dinner, and have a peaceful weekend. So, in the interest of global peace, please delete that piece before you take it online. But thanks to all of you for being here with us. Thanks, Anand.
Thanks,
Thanks.
pleasure is mine. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. I now invite Mr. Abhinav Chaudhary to kindly present the memento to Mr. Sunder Madakshira. And to Anand, sir. A token of gratitude from our side, sir. Thank you so much.